Good evening, friends. Welcome. Third stream of the day. Pretty fun. Pretty fun way to spend my first day of holidays. Legitimate first day of holidays, anyway. We're cracking a sarsaparilla. I know it's a Monday, but why not celebrate with a delicious sarsaparilla? Oh, yes. Delightful. Getting right into this game. Getting right into it. I'm just disappointed that I haven't painted everything now, because it looks so good on the table. Oh my god. This is going to be a slight spoiler, but I'm going to switch over to this angle. This angle might not be ready to go actually, but how good does this look? There's a shaman. That's the shaman. These guys are, what are they called again? Berserkers. This chick up here, she's called a bone maiden, which is awesome. And then the chieftain, it's so good. It looks so good. Anyway, I'd primed these guys and undercoated them ready to paint. So very likely I will get them to the table soon. I've just started a display project, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, what an awesome time. All right. So I've been playing through Oathsworn over the last couple of days. My goal is to try and progress as far in the campaign as I can whilst I'm on holidays. So I'm going to aim for 3 streams a day where possible. Won't be possible tomorrow or Wednesday because I play touch football and I play board games on a Tuesday night. So we won't be doing a stream tomorrow night or Wednesday night, but we'll do it during the day. So, but yeah, by my count, that should take us through to chapter, what are we on, 4, 5, 6? That'll take us to chapter 8 by Wednesday. And if we then do 3 and 3, that will be chapter 14 before the weekend. So that's fun. That's fun. Now, whether that happens or not, I'm not sure. But we do have a decision to make at the moment. So this is the character display, obviously, that we're playing with. Our huntress, the priest, the Ursus warbear, and the cur. The cur's been really fun. I've enjoyed the heck out of the cur. The warbear and the priest have been doing good work, really good choices for companion characters, I think. The huntress is not floating my boat. I'm doing good things with her, and the fact that she's got an attack, or a couple of attacks that just can't miss, is very nice. But we can play any character you want. You can just sub characters in and out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So the question is, do I sub in another character, or do we keep playing with the huntress and see if we can go that far? So my justification is she did get knocked out in the last one, so we could sort of treat it as a semi-hardcore mode where if they get knocked out, we tag them out. And yeah, actually she's supposed to get an injury as well. I think she's supposed to get an injury when you get knocked out, aren't you? Let me check. It's been a while. Tally level, loot, and losses. For each unconscious, mark 1 tick. All unconscious Oathsworn gain an injury. Yeah, cool. So let's give her an injury from the injury deck. I didn't keep that out, did I? Injury deck, cool. I forgot to keep that out. Yeah, so we could just literally sub her out and bring someone else in. We do have enough gear to bring someone else in, so. A broken rib. Companions do not suffer the above effects. Yeah, see, that hurts. That hurts a broken rib. So yeah, if I was going to play another character, let's have a look at the characters actually, because I think it'd be cool to play one I haven't played. I was pretty keen on the Grove Maiden at the start of the campaign, but I wasn't going to play her because it says you can't play her. She's unlocked during play, but I have actually unlocked her, so maybe I should be allowed to play her. But yeah, these are the classes. So I've played the Ranger, I've played the Exile, but they're both ones that I've played as companions, not as full Oathsworn. The Priest, the Warbearer are currently being played. The Warden, I don't think I've ever played the Warden. The Penitent, one of my friends has played the Penitent. Kerr, we're obviously playing at the moment. The Blade was the character that I played pretty much the whole time. Absolute legend, my favourite class by far. Dancing through life. The Harbinger is what I've sort of earmarked, but I've never played the Witch. I've obviously played the Huntress and I've never played the Grove Maiden. So the question is, do we tag out the Huntress and bring in one of those other classes and try and learn them as we are playing? It's an interesting question. Let's read about what happens when we bring in a new character. The Free Company. It might be in the encounter rulebook. Quick levelling and swapping Oathsworn. If you wish to swap out an Oathsworn, first place all their iron and injury cards aside, then return all their current character save bag to the box and take a new one. Quick level new Oathsworn, and then give them the iron and injury cards you set aside. Well, that's tough. That's tough going. Okay. Let's stick with her for this playthrough, and then maybe we'll switch it out at the end of this episode. I think that's the plan. Alright, well, so this mission I have played. I said it at the end of my last one. This is one of my favourite missions that I've played, if not my favourite. And we're going to do quick instant action mode again. So I will say that if you haven't played this chapter in normal mode, this chapter is really, really exceptionally interesting because it does the first thing that you haven't seen before in the game. The game sort of follows a pretty predictable path up to this point. You suddenly get these things, which are Deepwood cards. And you actually make your way through this deck exploring in the Deepwood, and you get blocked and you take different paths, and yeah, it's quite an interesting thing. So very worthwhile playing. I don't think it's going to do that with this instant action mode. I don't think. So if you haven't done it, definitely do the full playthrough. That is a lot of fun. I've done that twice. Once with my other group. Oof, very cool. Alright, that goes back into the box. Alright, we shall begin. After the fall of Bastogne, most of your caravan is still alive. Lost, but alive. Without the wire road, you have to rely upon your other lifelines to navigate the Deepwood. Your compass and an old map Grey Cane recovered before you left Bastogne. Together, they will have to be enough to get you and your ramshackle caravan of survivors back to the capital city of Verum. Let's see if we can perform a reasoning check at difficulty 6. And if we can, we'll get our bearings quickly. I do have some reroll tokens at the moment, because we get them at the start of this playthrough. So do I just trust that a 5 will be enough? Sure. I'll use a reroll token on that from the Huntress. That will use a reroll token on that from the Kerr. Success. All Oathsworn gain an empowered ×3 token for getting your bearings so quickly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, losing our rerolls. That's okay. You travel for the rest of the day, arriving at a large stone etched with some long-forgotten writing, a waystone you recognise on Grey Kane's map. As the shadows lengthen, you decide to shelter here for the night. Looking into the haggard face of the civilians, you start piling up amber nuggets to light a fire and prepare for whatever the Deepwood has to throw at you. Throughout the night, things stalk at the light's edge just beyond sight. Claws reach out of the dark only to be cut back by your blades, and more than once you must brandish flaming torches to ward them off. It does not work every time though. Each Oathsworn performs a survival check 4. So we'll do that. We'll do the cur. 4 dice, sure. The cur fails, loses a hit point. He's down to 5. The huntress fails, loses a hit point, down to 5. The warbear, survivor. I'm a survivor. The priest. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna work harder. Keep on surviving. Alright. As the dim light breaks through the thick... Actually, you know what I might do? I'm pretty sure in the journal there is actually a cool map. I just want to look at the map and remember that. In this secret journal map thing. Oh, there's so much cool stuff in here. You've got to do the story, I think. I'm definitely going to switch to the story. Yeah, look at this. This is cool. This is the waystone and the map. This is the same map as on pages 42 and 43. Is it though? Is it? Is it? Cool. Anyway, it's a very good game. I recommend it very highly. Alright, the trees continue on forever, and the long trudge is all you know, until later that day you hear someone retching down the line and see a man on his knees. He tripped over that thing and it squirted something. Looking down, you know all too well what inhaling that black cloud means. This man will not survive. Do we kill him now, or do we leave him behind? I will leave him behind. All Oathsworn gain an animus token. That's pretty good. That's an extra attack, some more stuff for them. Matters do not get any easier. The next day, shortly after the march has started, your caravan wanders into a field of bloodthorns. Crimson and spear-like, they poke up from the ground all around you. Seeing no way around the danger, you are forced to press into the field. It is a difficulty 3 check, so we'll go the cur. The cur fails, has no rerolls, loses a hit point, down to 4. Come on, cur. The huntress. Oh my god, the huntress fails as well. This is not a Deno-like roll. This is not a Deno-like start to proceedings. The warbear. The priest. Both on a tear. And they both get, what do they get out of that? A battle flow token. Oh my god, so the little guys are going to be going off. Free attacks galore. Beyond the bloodthorns, the green shows no sign of relenting. March after march continues, and soon the question of food arises. For the past few days you have rationed your supplies well, but even with this, they are coming to an end. Hungry faces stare at you as you take the remaining food from your backpacks. It will not be enough for everyone. We will distribute it among the refugees. We're being good guys. So all Oathsworn gain a redraw token, but we lose a hit point on 2 of our characters. I'm sure you can guess which 2 it will be. It will not be the 2 that have got 4 health. 5 and 5. You continue to march what feels like an eternity, and just as you begin to lose hope of ever finding any sign of civilization, you spot an old stone bridge. In the middle, a lone Bastonian guardsman stands in the midst of several dead bodies. Hello, Bravo. As you approach, he recognizes the oath mark on your wrist and relaxes his shoulders in relief. Our squad was attacked. They came from the trees. Hooks and chains ripped away the sergeant. They knocked me down, and I blacked out. Must have thought me dead. I was lucky, I guess. Each Oathsworn gains one item of their choice from the Chapter 4 common deck. Shuffle the deck afterwards, and we gain a new ally, and his name is Lucky. Isn't that lucky that we've got Lucky painted on the back of one of our guys? Here's Lucky. He's a legend. Good. Alright, so we get a thing of our choice from the common item level 4 deck. So I don't need to shuffle that. Armour is where I'm at, generally. Sledgehammer. Yeah, so I'm going to take Iron Chainmail. Well, Pole Cleaver. That looks pretty good. Is there any other good ones? G'day, Tom. Yes, having a great time, mate. When you're critical during an attack that hits... Yeah, we'll take a Sledgehammer. A two-handed sword. That's pretty good. A whetstone. Reflex bow. We're not going to have an Addendry Ranger, even though I love the Ranger. So let's go with something else that can be used by... What was the other one I was really keen on? Oh, the Grove Maiden. She's like magic. I haven't used a witch either. Alright, we'll take armour, because I think we don't want to go into a fight without armour. So there's 4 items from the current deck that we've taken and added to our backpack. So our backpack has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. I didn't take any things that I need to use now, so that's fine. Perform a spot check, difficulty 4. If you succeed, mark the encounter special rules. If you fail, you will be ambushed. Don't like being ambushed. Might think about re-rolling this. Difficulty 4. That'll be a 4 dice roll. That is a success. Come on. So I think, yep, that continues our run of all the special rules all the time. Boop. Great, we're not ambushed. As you enter the village, you find a group of refugees looking fearfully up into the trees. As they do so, a hulking warrior clad in furs and scraps of leather and iron leaps from the canopy with a massive double-headed axe on his hands. Then 2 more fighters emerge from the trees. These men are bare-chested and wield crude swords fashioned with a large hook that hangs from a long chain. Their skin is covered in scars. You know a scar tribe when you see one, and no doubt there are more of them hiding in the shadows. As you heft your weapons and prepare for battle, 2 more fighters emerge and join their tribesmen. Yes! Great fight. This is my favourite one. I've said that many times, and I can't really explain to you why, other than I just love barbarians. I love the dynamic of fighting against 5 different models instead of fighting against 1. These don't feel like minions like the rats. These feel pretty awesome. So, yeah, this is just great. This is a cool fight. Alright. Saving civilians will gain you a bonus reward later, is the note there. What's that, you say? Is it already set up? It is! Yeah! How good. Alright, so the chieftain has 2 dice for wounds. Everyone else has 1 dice for wounds. The stage decks are quite interesting for these guys. Let's just look at one, and it is Mutilate. So each of them will do different things, but one specific card, or each of them has their own sort of specific card that they trigger. So yeah, the Berserkers do this thing, and then all Scar Tribe attack. Mob Berserkers redraw all blanks. Yeah. So I'm just going to remember this now. Prey of the week, when each Scar Tribesman picks a target, unless the tribesman is adjacent to an Oathsworn, they will target the nearest civilian. We don't want them targeting civilians, it may shock you to know. Fantastic. The tribe is one. All tribe have the mob rule. Each time a Scar Tribesman dies, all other tribesmen permanently gain a yellow, so they get tougher as the fight goes on. Save the civilians. There are 10 civilians on the map, and you may try to protect them if you wish. Civilians will die if they receive any damage, however they can be protected by moving them off the board. You may move them by spending that. This is free if you are a companion or ally. Each civilian may only be moved once per round. And we start in these 5 spots over on this side. So the Cur. The Shaman is the #1 priority here. We need to take out the Shaman. So maybe if the Cur goes there, that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. So the Priest can start us off by using his priestly ways. Yes. We're going to get that Shaman dead. He's going to happen in prime position too. It's going to be outstanding. Okay, so let's look at our token assortment here. Lots of tokens for the Priest and the Ursus. Ones that give them extra stuff too. Extra moves and what have you. But our chick with the broken rib, we don't like that. Companions do not suffer the additional effects. Yep. Yep. It only hurts when you breathe. Awful. No, that's cool. These are really cleverly designed for the most part, these injuries. Some of them don't do anything, but you have to play them, and when they hit your hand, they do damage. Some of them cost you animus, which weakens you, and will keep coming back into your hand. This one is so clever. It's a battle flow 1, it lands here, and then every time you battle flow it back into your hand, you have to play it, and it comes back here, and it costs you an animus. So all this is doing really is costing you animus at inopportune moments. It's just very clever. Very clever design. Okay, so we make sure we got all of our dice correct. Yes, that's 1 yellow. Done. Anything else yet? Save the civilians, we know. Yep, so we need them to target us, basically. We don't want them killing the civilians. So if the priest just uses a blessing, we will definitely take a reroll token on everyone. Yep. Okay, let's kick off. So 6 animus regen, 6 animus regen, 2, 2. And then we'll use this in a second. So we're going to use the priest first to give everyone a reroll token. I enjoy how this game treats the RNG. You have luck. Has to be a factor of any game for there to be tension and enjoyment. Not every game, but certainly this type of game, I think. But it feels really bad. This game says, you know what, if you want to use these cards, this will reduce the RNG. You'll get some mathematics behind it and you can do it. Or, if you're like me, and you just like unbridled chaos, you can roll the dice. And then they give you these mitigating factors, and I really like that. Okay, so the priest is done. So now the priest is going to spend his second one to move, and he's going to move 1, 2, 3 to here, and he's going to send both of those 2 peasants off the board. So we've saved 2 people. Now, the priest, because he's a legend, is going to flip his pig iron mesh, and he's going to gain a empowered token. And now he's got a battle flow and an animus and an animus. So he's got 3 bonus actions here. So let's go save some people. Let's save them. I'm actually just going to slightly change this. The warbear's going to go here. She's going to go there. Tremendous. Yep. So I'll just spend 1 token on the huntress. On animus, she's going to move to here, and then she's going to spend an animus to free that person. So she's down to 4 animus. The cur. How are we going to get to that person? We don't have a movement action. Maybe the priest will go down there. Yeah, maybe we will with the priest. So the priest has actually got another movement because of this battle flow token. And we're going to move the priest 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the priest can move both of these guys off the board. And that included Lucky, by the way. Cool. So the priest could move again and could attack. Do I just go ham in this first turn and try and take out the shaman? No, I think we need to get some people into position first. There's a tricky mission to save everyone. I would say it's impossible to save everyone. But this is a mission where the Scar Tribe Exile is a really good character because he can use the obstacles and then he can jump 7 spaces for just like 3 animus or whatever, and then he makes an attack. So it's a very effective card. I think it's called Death from Above in this range. All right. So I think we're going to use the Warbear. So he's going to move 1, 2... Oh, actually I could do my free move, couldn't I? No, he'll just move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to move again 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's then going to let this guy run off the board and let this guy run off the board. And then we're going to spend a +2 animus token to move again. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to send this guy 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the Warbear then might make an attack. We've got the Battle Flow token. Yep. Alright, let's make an attack on that Berserker with the Warbear. So we're going to use the Whip. For this, yep. So the Whip is a yellow. Oh, it's not a red. He's lost his red. It's a yellow, but he's got 2 yellows. And then for your first attack of the round, he gains a red. So we're going to use that. I could empower this. Sure, I'm going to empower this as well. So that'll be red, black, red. Now these guys are armor 5. They're so hard to chop down. You're basically taking them a wound at a time. All right. That's a good start though. That's 10 with a critical. Alright, so that's 12. So we've done 2. We're not going to use any rerolls for that, that's fine. So 2 damage on this Scar Tribe Exile guy. Which one's he? He's going to be this guy here. So he's this one down here. So 2 damage to him. He goes down to 4. So the Warbear's done. Yep, cool. So now the Priest. So the Cur might as well try and throw some daggers. So if the Cur goes 1, 2, 3, 4, he can then throw daggers just at the Shaman though. That's a shame. But he could use his Animus token. Yeah. Alright, the Cur's going to use his Animus token. So he's going to spend that now to get up to 8 Animus. I think this mission, I just want to get into position, really. And try and protect the people. So movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I've got 3 Animus left, and I'm going to play my throwing daggers. These are unarmed, but I will bump them up using a thingammy token. Throwing daggers, target up to 2 different enemies, attack once. So we're going to empower that. That's going to be 3 yellows, or we can make it a red and a yellow. I think we'll go 3 yellows because I've got 2 reroll dice. If any enemy loses health, we're going to gain a lethality token. That's 5, 6. So both the Chieftain and the Shaman will lose 1 point of health, which means we gain a lethality token. The throwing daggers go to position 1. And then, have I done anything with her? Not yet, no. So she's at 6. And then I will spend 1 Animus to move adjacent to the Shaman. Good. Promising so far. Now the Priest has still got 2 tokens. So the Priest can still do 2 actions. The let's see, the Huntress might need to just run 5 spaces. Okay, well let's go do the Huntress. So unfortunately for us, she needs to play this Broken Rib. It costs her 1 Animus, and that's basically all she does with that. But now, the Reflex Bow's range 4, so we could just move 2 and then take a good shot with the Reflex Bow. Yeah, how about this? How about we play, oh, this is terrible. We have to play this, and then that's awful. Alright, this is good. I'm going to play Hunter's Call. It's going to cost me 4 Animus. The Broken Rib, unfortunately, rotates back down to cooldown position 0. Awful. But she gets to move 2. She's going to move 1, 2 to this position here. She's also going to send a Hawk to the Priest, and the Priest is going to move 1, 2. The Priest is now going to tell this little tribesman, get the heck out of there, buddy. Run away, run away. Get out of there, Priest. Stand fast. Hold the line. I've saved 7 people. There's only 10 on the board. If I can say, no, there's 12 on the board. That's a misprint, that's right. All right, now, she also gets to make an attack at the end of that action with her Hunter's Call. So her attack is 1 red dice. That's a black. She might as well empower this though. 1 black will empower. So 1 red, white goes into a black, then we get another white. We'll roll 3 dice. And we're going to target that other Scar Tribe Berserker who's up the top. We haven't wounded him yet. We're in range 4. It would be good to kill the Chieftain before we kill other people because the Chieftain's a baller later on. Yeah, no, that's fine. Alright, so we've done 5, so that's a wound. I'm happy with a wound. I don't think we need to do anything else. So that guy goes down to 5. And now I'm going to use my Animus token, and I'm going to move 3 spaces, so that guy is just going to target me. Yep. Alright, so we've pretty much given up a lot of our resources in this first turn. The Priest has not yet. The Priest has still got 2. So maybe the Priest will just hold on. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Yeah, the Priest, there's no need to rush him. We've got a lot of damage, so I'm feeling a bit nervous. Alright, so we know the card is going to be this one. It's called Mutilate. So, the Berserkers target the Oathsworn closest to the centre of the board. Oh look, it's the Priest. Berserkers move 8 to their target. Now, they all have the mob rule. Okay, I might need to move that Priest away. No, we're fine. We're fine. The Priest can handle it. Probably. Okay, so this guy is going to move to here. This guy is going to move to here. And then everyone else is going to target. Each time a Scar Tribesman dies, when a Scar Tribesman picks up a target, unless the Tribesman is adjacent to an Oathsworn, they will target the nearest civilian. So unfortunately for us, this chick's going to target this guy down here, and that's it. This one's fine. So targeting here, and 3 of them on the Priest. Stand firm, Priesty. Alright, I have shuffled this deck, but we'll shuffle it again anyway. So we'll do the Priest. 1, 2, 3. The only decision for the Priest is if he wants to use his defense token, which happens afterwards. So that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Two, 2, 3. So that's 7. 8. He will not use his defense token. Good work, Priesty. Priest takes 1 damage. On this civilian, civilians won't die if they receive any damage or hit point loss. So if this is anything but double zeros, that civilian's dead. Oh my god! The civilian survives. It's lucky all over again. I'm going to have to add a lucky to this guy. Yes, and then the last one on the Kerr. Do we wish to play a defense card? So that is... Do we dodge at this point? Is that silly? He's only got 4 health, so I don't really love that. But this is unlikely. Okay, what about our shield? No. The rat fur tunic could give us... Oh, he can't use the shield. No wonder I'm cheating all day, aren't I? He's not allowed to use the shield. What a cheat. I've been doing that for like two fights. Alright, well we're going to do something else then. He's defense 2. He's not allowed to use a shield. Actually, no one I've got is allowed to use a shield. Well, I'm giving that away. Sledgehammer. Alright, we've got a spiked club then. He's actually got 2 yellows. Good. I think I said in my very first video I was going to make some mistakes, and that was okay. We are going to play dodge. I'm going to guess 4. So he's going to do 4 damage. If it's within 1, then we suffer no damage. Okay, but we suffer no damage anyway. Alright, that has been, of the reds, that has been 2 misses. So dodge slides into there, and that's done. So that mutilate is concluded. Yep. And we now draw the next card, and it is Chain Hook. So the Berserkers are targeting the closest Oathsworn and move 8 towards them. So maybe we want to kill a Berserker, if we can. Alright. We're in a little more trouble now than we were before. However, I see a very tasty looking sweep for the Ursus. Very tasty indeed. This could be good. This could be huge. Maybe. There's an adjacent Oathsworn. Okay, I've got some decisions here. So unfortunately our broken rib comes into play, and then we have to play it straight away. So we're basically only replenishing 5 here, 6 here, here and here. So maybe the Huntress needs to support there. So we can do some cheeky knockback with my clamping. Yeah. We can just throw the Berserkers into each other. That's nice. Yep. When you draw 2 or more dice of the same number, gain a redraw on that attack. Yep. Nice. Alright, let's do this. That Warbear is going to be glorious. How do we best do this? Okay. The priest is going to go first. He's going to move. And he's going to go like so. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here to be adjacent to this guy, and he's going to send this little guy off the edge of the board. Great. Then the cur is going to spend 2 animus to move 1, 2. Now this should make more sense in a second, because now the Warbear will spend a point of animus to move into this position. Alright. So spent. Okay, so everyone's animus is accurate. So we're going to use Iron Ringmail. If there is an adjacent Oathsworn, gain 2 yellow dice for an attack or basic check. That's a once off, but we're doing that. So I've got 4 yellows. I'm going to empower it, so we've got 3 reds and 1 yellow. Now this attack is hitting all 3, the 2 Berserkers and the Chieftain, which is glorious. Now, if I draw 2 or more of the same number during an attack, I gain a redraw. I've got 3 dice a redraw here. 3 redraw tokens. So hopefully this will be a big one. Aoi. Alright, so I have drawn 2 numbers that are the same, which is this 3 and this 3. So I'm going to use my free redraw on this red 0. Alright, so that is 11. So I'm going to use another redraw on this 2, because I really need to get it to 15. Alright, I'll use another redraw on this 2. Come on, Deno. Yes. Alright, so the reason I needed to get to 15 is because that is 3 damage on each of those targets. Because that attack targets up to 3... Oh, you can't see that, damn. That attack targets up to 3 adjacent hexes in your front arc. Apply 1 damage to each enemy hit, or add 1 damage for each enemy hit. So we've hit 3 enemies. So that's a total of 15 on my roll, which means each of those targets suffer 3 damage. So this Berserker goes down to 1. This Berserker goes down to 3. It's not the Bone Maiden that suffered the damage. And, oh yep, so he goes down to 2. And then the Chieftain goes down to 3. So the next card is Chain Hook, which is bad for us because it's Berserkers. So we probably want to kill a Berserker. Now, do I want to try healing with the Priest, or do I want to have a swing on that Shaman? Let's swing on the Shaman right now. This guy's about to get popped. This is such a cool fight. It just changes up the dynamic of the fight in a big way. I'd really like to remove this tree and put a cardboard tree so you can see everything happening. But it looks much cooler with those. Alright, so the Cur has still got an opportunity to do Thrown Daggers this turn, but doesn't have any extra stuff. Smoke Bomb. Nightshade. Yeah, so if we just battle flow the Throwing Daggers, we could use our rerolls and try and jank into enough damage to kill that Berserker and bring the other one down to 1. So maybe we do that. So we're going to play this, cost of 1 Animus to battle flow this card. We then play that, this comes into hand, and we'll play that again. We don't have the ability to empower it. I could, however, do the Priest's Blessing, and that would give him an empower token. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a Priest's Blessing to give an empower token to the Priest, or sorry, to the Warbear, the Cur, and then the Priest we might take a defense token. And then we're going to empower this Throwing Daggers attack, and we're going to target the 2 Berserkers. So it's going to be 3 yellows. We've got rerolls. We're just looking to hit 5. If we get 10, that'd be ridiculous, but a unlikely turn of events. Yep. Alright, so we're going to reroll this one and see what happens. Alright, we're going to reroll this one and see what happens. Alright, and we're using our last one. Okay, so that's 6 and it's a hit. And now we're going to we're going to roll our crit into nothing. Okay, so we just did the 1 damage, but it takes this down to 1 and it pops that Berserker's dice. So that Berserker is this guy here, so he is dead, and now, very bad for us, every Scar tribe gains an extra yellow. Not good. So The berserkers target the closest Oathsworn and move 8 towards them. For each berserker adjacent to their target, move the berserker forward directly away from the target. Place the target in the closest empty hex to that berserker. The target then gains a move thing. So what's going to happen is this guy's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bear's going to be pinned right here, and he's not going to be able to move. However, in the words of Rorschach from Watchmen, that poor Scar Tribe berserker, "You're in here with me!" I think you're in trouble there, mate. This chick, she is going to mutilate that poor person, and the shaman's going to turn to the priest. So that's an immobilise. So yeah, that guy's immobilised, which means we can't move for a turn. And yes, then all Scar Tribe move 6 to their target. They don't need to move. All Scar Tribe attack target mob. So we'll do on the Warbear first. So 3 yellows. Oh no, 2 yellows and 1 red. The Warbear is defense 5. No damage. On this little clown, we'll just see if that guy's dead. Yep, dead. 3, get rid of a 3. Yes, good. Okay. So 1 tribesman dead. Have we killed 2 tribesmen have died, haven't they? Yep. So we've lost 2. We've saved 7. On the cur. Alright, so the cur needs to decide. So we are adjacent, so we could use low blow on the chieftain. Alright, well let's see what we draw first of all. So it's 1 red and 2 yellow. Oh, I love this fight so much. Okay, I will definitely be using low blow. Oh shit, I'm supposed to discard cards. Alright, I'm just going to discard a 2, which will be this backstab. Throwing daggers comes down to here. So we're at defense 4. Alright, so I'm going to use low blow. You have to redraw any 2 cards. And those 2 cards will be these 2. And if they draw into blanks, we get lethality tokens. Okay, that's not my favourite thing. But it's still only 1 damage because it's 7 versus 4. So the cur's down to 3 damage. Come on, priest. Time for you to start to lift your game. And last of all, we have the shaman on the priest. And the shaman on the priest, 6, so that'll be 1 damage. Nothing we can do to stop that. Oh, we have 2 of these. I'll spend 2 of those. That's 0 damage. Cool. Alright, so that means we've still got 1 on the cur, but we don't have anything to spend with that 1, so I think the cur will just stay where they are. We've got 5 on her. So what is the next card that's getting played? It is another chain hook. So the berserkers, if we could kill that berserker, that'd be pretty good. Swoop. I can kill that berserker just by throwing him into the wall. That seems fine. And then I could shoot as well. After an enemy within range 5. Yep. Swoop 2. Tandem strike. Yep. Okay. The problem is that then all of my people get hit again, but they're going to get hit again anyway. But it'll just be a more dangerous attack. Am I okay with these civilians dying? Because getting that Bone Maiden away would be a good thing. But it does mean we're sacrificing the good people of wherever these people are from. I don't know what their name is, but that Bone Maiden she's a real problem. The priest has no more defense tokens. I can do both of those right now. Yeah, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do all the things that we can do before we actually have to make that decision. So the priest's going to swing. He's going to use one of his animus tokens to swing. He's going to have a hit on the shaman. We're going to go for a full big swing. We're going to double empower. So it's 1 red, and we'll take 2 whites. So double empower turns those into 2 blacks. So we're rolling a red and 2 blacks on the priest. Now, we might as well add a white dice to this because our spine has a card that we can use, or ability, which is I can redraw a blank once. We'll use our spine ability to redraw this blank, and if this fails, yeah, okay, and then I'll re-roll this one using a re-roll token. I'll try it again using a re-roll token. Come on, Deno. That's a good re-roll token. Alright, so I've got 1 re-roll token and 1 animus token left on the priest. And I have got 4, 4, 5 and a 1 with a red critical and a black critical to come. Alright, so that is 18. Do I re-roll this? No, we'll keep the re-roll token just in case. So that is 12, 17, 18. Oh, if I re-roll it, we could get 4 damage on that guy, which would put him on 1. And what do I need? I need a 2. Alright, I'm going to re-roll it. If this doesn't get a 2, I'm going to be very unhappy. It's a 4 critical. Oh, okay. That we could actually kill the shaman here, which would not be what I was planning. Oh my god, I think we have. Okay, that was a 4. 4, 4, 4, 16, 21, 25. I've killed the shaman. Ah, that's bad. Alright. It's fine. It's actually good. Maybe. Okay, so shaman dies. We explode his dice. He had 5 damage. What a sweet 25 swing. The priest is a legend. Okay. So, and he's still got an animus token to do something as well. But that's going to trigger this chain hook. Hang on a second. No, it's not. Stage 2 is triggered when 2 Scar Tribe die. So we're going to move into stage 2. So now something else might happen. And it's probably going to be the Bone Maiden gets very angry. And they also get an extra yellow now, so they're now each rolling that. Awful. Open wounds. All Scar Tribes, the shaman is dead. Oh. All Scar Tribes that have lost any health move forward to the shaman. If any Scar Tribe move within 2 of the shaman, lose it and you die. All Scar Tribe except the shaman move 6 to their target. So literally the only person that is going to attack is this chick here. And she has a choice, which is she's going to prioritize prey on the weak. Unless the tribesman is adjacent to an Oathsworn, they target a villager, target the rule of north and west. So that person is now dead because she's going to flip 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. And 1 red. Dead. Alright, so now we'll do the cur. So the cur is going to suffer those two. Actually, again, you can be really strategic now. So I know exactly what these two cards are. Blind blank, 2 blank, 3 blank, 4 blank, 5 blank. So one of those is a blank. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So I think that second one's a 2. 3 critical. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. I think that's a 2 and a 1. So we'll put this on the cur. And we'll go this. And we'll go this. So this is from the chieftain. We will smoke bomb to give ourselves 3 armor. So we get 3, 6. So that's 8. So we go to 5 armor, which means we take 1 damage on the cur. If I was to use that, yes, that's 8, and we've gone up to 5. I could go to 6, and I could use that to go down. No, that's fine. Okay. Fine. So we're down to 2 health on the cur. I do not want the cur to lose any health, so maybe the priest is going to do a little cheeky heal right now. That'd be good to get a heal at this point. Okay, and now we're going on to the Scar Tribe Berserker, who is the last one to attack on the Warbear. The Warbear still has a token, so not a problem. She suffers no damage. The Warbear is an unstoppable tank. Alright, Priest, sure. I'm just going to use that special ability to heal. We're going to roll 4 dice. Our target is 4. Have no rerolls, so this is a bit of a gamble, but yeah, fails. That's okay. We'll try again next turn. Alright, so that was good. That was a good turn. The cur is about to get attacked by that guy again, unless the Huntress moves into range. Poison Spear. The Bone Maiden targets the furthest enemy. Oof. I don't know why I'm on a sarsaparilla kick at the moment, but I am. So the Bone Maiden is just going to kill another person. Am I happy with 7 people surviving? I would have liked it to have been more. I would have liked a nice round 10, but... So the Warbear's done. I'm just going to read about that token. Crippled. Page 16. Cannot move until the end of the next Oathsworn phase. Cool. The cur has actually got another lethality token too. Because he's thrown some good daggers, that guy. Yeah, the Warbear's in fine shape. The cur is not in good shape. All right, let's do the chick with the eagles. So the priest's got an eagle on him. So I've got this cool thing I can do, which is pretty cool. And it's throw the guy with my eagles. So use clamp on. Target a character, I'll show you the card because it's great. And we can do that. Target a character within range 5, send 1 or 2 falcons on you to the target. If they're a friendly character, they may move. If they're an enemy, they suffer knockback X in any direction. X is equal to twice the number of falcons on them. So I can throw one of these models 4, which is cool, if I send both my falcons. I've only got 1 falcon to send, but I've got one of those berserkers on 1 health. So I can throw him into the wall and he just does nothing. If I do that and I then position my Huntress at the top of the Scar Tribe guy, that would mean that she gets attacked by him, and that's probably better than the Cur getting another attack. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm doing that. So I'm going to spend 2 Animus to move 1, 2 adjacent to the Chieftain, 1, 2, and then I'm going to play Clamp on to send the eagle that's on me, the falcon rather, over to the Chieftain. Chieftain's now got an eagle on his head, pecking at him. Not the Chieftain, sorry, the Berserker. This Berserker. And we're going to throw him into the wall, which does a wound. So the eagle comes back to me. And that kills him. They gain another yellow. And they're going to do the Poison Spear. So the Bone Maiden, she's just going to target this guy. Kills him. He dies. Real dead. Oh, assuming, yeah, no, that's fine. And then she's going to move directly away from the target. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to go to there. And the Chieftain's then going to attack the Huntress. He's going to be flipping 4 yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to be flipping 1 red. The Huntress will play a card to defend this. I think we don't want to play Whistling Arrows. 2 defense, 3 defense. So we don't have an eagle on him, so we can't hinder him. But the Cur could potentially... No, we've got our Smoke Bomb out of action. So yeah, we'll just play Tandem Strike. No, we'll play Hinder. So we've got 3 shield. So we go up to 5. Yeah, perfect. And we do have a shield token, so we could make that 6. Red blank is nice. 1, 2, blank. Oh, beautiful. No damage. I do actually have to flip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 for that other guy. Alright, so no damage on the Huntress. The next card coming out is Open Wounds. Yeah, go get healed from your Shaman. Yes, killing the Shaman's a great move. Always kill the healer. Okay, so she's got 1. He's got 1. He could move away. Nothing, 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 nothing. So yeah, he's not gonna move away. Excellent. Let's do their round now, unfortunately. So the Bone Maiden is going to target the Warbear, which is good. Move 6 to their target, because she can't reach. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to him. And the chieftain's just going to turn to face the huntress, which means he's in the rear of our cur, which is excellent. There's no healing, so it's just another attack round. So let's do the warbear first. Warbear, 1, 5, 8. Ooh, that's a big swing. Oh, it's one more yellow as well. 1, 10, 12. Still 2 damage either way. So we'll take 2 damage down to 3. That's a big swing. And then the huntress is going to use her other 3 card, which will then battle flow that one around. So this is 1 red and 1 2, 3, 4. Yep, so she's got 3. She's got an armor token as well. 3, 5, 7, 9, 9. So that's only 1 damage, so she's down to 3. Alright. So they're both done. One more tribesman dies, and we are into the final act. So 6, 6, 2, 2. Alright, 3 health, 2 health. So the cur is the priority for healing, with no reroll tokens. So do I do that to give myself and the cur a reroll token? And then I could move the huntress and get her into range as well with a blessing. Yeah, so I think probably our best course of action is to try and take out the Bone Maiden, because then it'll be less dice coming in. So let's do that. So I can do that swoop, and then I can Whistling Arrow. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to do the Falcon first. So we're going to play Swoop, but we're just going to use it for this effect, which is send up to 2 falcons to new targets. This costs -1 animus. So we're just going to spend 1 animus. That's going to battle flow both of these cards over to here. And then we're going to play Whistling Arrow, which is going to cost us 3. So both of these are on the Bone Maiden. This Whistling Arrow costs us 3, and then target an enemy with a falcon. This attack is empowered +1 for each falcon on the target. So those 2 falcons mean this attack is empowered. So I'm going to roll 2 reds and a white, and yep. Oh yeah, and then these are all down here, and then I'm going to play 1, 2, battle flow that card back to here, and all of these come back into my hand when I do that. So I've still got 2. With 2 falcons, and those falcons are about to return to me, but let's do the roll and see what we get. Okay, critical 4 I like. Come in with another critical, please. Okay, come in with another one, Deno. Fire up, Deno! Oh, okay, so that's 10, 13. So if I use a reroll token on this and I jank at 2, that'll be 3 damage. I think that's worth having a dip. I love being me. She's down to 3. Okay, so thanks to Whistling Arrow, if this attack is empowered +1 for each falcon on the target, then the falcons return to us. How good's that? So she's still got 2 animus here, and I think she has actually got a 2 animus card, which is Clamp. So I could just fling her into a tree. So we might do that. Keep that in mind. So if we just get her down to 1 wound, we've got 2 animus there to throw her into a tree. Now, I do have to read about injury cards. Because page 8, do I have to play them as soon as they come into my hand or at the start of the turn? No. Good. So that means we'll be able to do that. Alright, well the priest's going to move 4. We actually probably want him to take some of the heat now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to try healing the rogue. We'll try 4 dice. 4 white dice. We fail. We have no reroll tokens, so that's okay. Let's look at the great angle. Ah, oh, come on, priest. Come on. Alright, so the warbear's got 2 attacks, both of which can go onto the bone maiden. Did I use this? I did, so that gavel is gone. And these both came back into my hand. Yeah, how good is it? Just playing some Oathsworn. I did some stuff on my diorama this morning as well, not my big one, just a little Oz one. So yeah, it's going great. Having a good time. Having a good time, having a good time. That's my head. Hello, my head. No, I'm just looking at that. If there are no enemies adjacent, battle flow 1 card once. When you critical during an attack that hits, add 1 damage and 1 knockback to the attack. That would be nice. If we can get that guy into position. And then the sword is if you're attacking enemy's front, gain 2 yellows on this attack. Alright. Well. I think we're fine. Let's try... Yeah, let's just do the warbear. We're going to empower this attack, so it's going to be 2 yellows, actually a yellow and 2 reds. We have a reroll. Come on, warbear. No reroll necessary thus far. With a critical, that's an 8. So we just need to get 2 more, and that is the prime. Oh, you cheeky thing. It was on a 3. This dice tray is doing me head in. No! That's only 1 damage. Damn. That's alright, we can attack again. But we don't have an empowered token, so it's just going to be 2 yellows. We'll go 2 yellows and 2 whites. And trust in the dice gods. Come on, warbear. Come on, mate. The warbear fails. The warbear has let us down. So we do get a token of our choice. We will take a empower token. Alright, so that means my throw the thingy guy into is not available. So let's look at the cur. The cur does not have a lot of cards. We could position ourselves to do throwing dagger and empower it. Yeah, or we could just target the flank or rear and gain a lethality token. That's 3. Move 1, 2. That's 8. Ah, we're 1 short. If this causes a reaction, draw 1 less dice. That might be worthwhile. What are we dealing with? Death from above. Target the highest health Oathsworn. Okay, that's good for us. But that's about to get removed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could just go Nightshade into the Scar Tribe chick, but I think I'd be better off attacking the Chieftain. Alright, well, let's do this. So we're going to play Nightshade. That is going to move this around. It's going to cost us 3 Animus. This is empowered ×3. So we're rolling yellow, yellow. And so we'll turn that white into 2 reds. 2 reds and a yellow. Alright. So this is in the rear. And we also gain a lethality token for making this attack. And if this causes him to draw a reaction card, all attacks draw 1 less might card. So that would be good. Criticals, criticals everywhere. That's 10. That's 2 damage. We will take a dice down to 1 on the pack leader. Yep. He's still got 4. Still got 4. If he moves 1, 2. Oh, he is in range. Oh, that's excellent. Alright. So he moves 1, 2. And now he's in position to do throwing daggers. However, this is going to leave him very, very dangerously low on stuff. Can't battle flow anything once. If you're attacking enemy's front, yeah, we can't do that. Okay, we just got to hope that this guy doesn't get attacked here. Great, so he's going to use these to empower this attack by 4. So this is an unarmed attack. So I'll get these back if this misses, but it'll be, I might just go 2 reds. Actually be a red and a black, isn't it? Empower 4. No, 2 whites would go to a black and a yellow, or 2 reds. I need to get 5. I think 2 reds is my best option. Sure, actually black and a yellow. Black and a yellow, and we'll add a white into the mix. I need to get 5. If I get 5 here, we're in great shape. If I get 10, it's not as great. Okay, we roll 8, which is good. But you don't have to roll the criticals if you don't want. However, if I do, the cur will be the target of the attack from that guy. I'd prefer that not to be the case. I'd prefer it to be the huntress who has cards. Yeah. So we're just going to take that 1 damage on the Bone Maiden, which leaves my last action of the turn to play these 2 to clamp on and throw that stupid Bone Maiden into a tree. She's getting chucked into a tree, bing, and that does the damage, and she dies, smashes her dice. He's got 4 yellows now, the chieftain, and I do think every time I've played this mission, it's always been him standing there resolutely ready to attack. Unfortunately, it moves to stage 3. Come on. And the chieftain is going to do cornered animal. Target the Oathsworn with the lowest armor. Okay, so that's going to be the huntress because she's tied. Oh, this attack targets all adjacent enemies. Ugh. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. What can I do about that? Not much. I don't have any smoke bombs. I've got nothing. I've just got my rat fur tunic, and we hope for the best. I do actually have that, but that's nothing. So I can actually play that for armor. That brings these 2 into my hand. I'll dodge. Okay. That is a strategy that I don't think I ever did once in my last thing. Okay, so we're gonna do the draw. So we're drawing once, targeting all enemies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows and 1 red. So I'm gonna dodge, and that means that I'm gonna try and predict the amount of damage. If I am within 1, I ignore the damage against us. 4 yellows, let's say average 2, 10, let's say 13 is the damage that this guy's going to draw. The Huntress, who is the main target of the attack, she has a 3 card, so she will play that 3 card, taking her to defense 5. So 5 and 4, but we're guessing 13 for our dodge. 3, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So that's 5. So she'll play this. She suffers no damage. He is armor 4, so he's going to suffer 1 damage. And we can't do anything else about that. If we play that, it's still 1 damage. So yep, he's down to 1. Come on, priest! Do some healing. That was a good flip on those cards, but unfortunately, that means this next attack is going to be absolutely punishing. Move 6 to the closest obstacle and turn so that their rear is facing the obstacle. So he'll move like that, and he'll turn to face. Okay, that was the last act of our turn, which means he's going to go straight into this. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh no, my cur, my little cur. Oh, actually, I could use my rat fur tunic so he doesn't suffer damage. I'm definitely going to do that. Reduce the damage by 2. Yes. Alright, that makes me feel a little better. This guy's no longer pinned. Alright, Fury, target the closest Oathsworn. Move 8 to their target. Chain, range 2. Target, doot, doot, doot. Move 3 directly away from their last target. Alright, so each of my guys is copying a hit. The priest, the cur, and the huntress, and that is all. So it'll go in order of the cur first, then the huntress, then the priest, because of the north then west rule. So that's the card, and this is the situation. So he attacks the cur. The cur has 1 card to play, which he will, which is his backstab. So we're going to draw 1 red, and 5 yellows is just devastating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so a 3. Could be about to get knocked out here. Nothing. 3, 1, 3, 3. Yep, so that's 12, 13. So yeah, we are definitely getting knocked out with the rogue. If we play that, that goes to 5, which doesn't help us. So yeah, unfortunately, our rogue is getting knocked out. No! The cur's been done in. I'm very unhappy about that. I was hoping that he would survive. I was hoping against hope, but I definitely misplayed there. I should have moved him away. Wouldn't have saved me though. Wouldn't have saved me. But Gamel's going to come in now, and he's going to fight. Alright, so then we're going to move to the Huntress. So the Huntress is going to play an armor card. We'll play Hunter's Call. Oh, can you actually play more than 1 card? I should look that up. I might have cheated anyway there. When you're playing your defense cards. If you play more than one, and ability card for its defense value. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Small cheat. So what I did before was wrong because you're not allowed to do it. Okay, what was I doing? Yep, let's flip this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've played a defense card of 3. Ugh. 6. So that's 10. So that's 2 damage. So the Huntress goes down to 1 health. And then the Priest. Come on, Priesty. I'm annoyed now because if I had to pass one of those heals on the Rogue, we would still be alive. We'd still be alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is on the last person to be attacked, which is the Priest. Priest has no stuff, but he's got 4 health, so 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. 2 damage on the Priest. Priest is down to 2. Alright, and then he moves to there, and then he moves directly away, is that right? Here. Move 3 away, directly away from their last target. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Like so. The next card coming in is probably the same, Cornered Animal. Target the Oathsworn with the lower shield. Alright, we're going to bring someone on. It's going to be Gamel again, I think. Or Lysine. What does Lysine do? No, we'll do Gamel. Trusty Gamel. Coming on for the cur. Hey, g'day Zoe. Hello Raziel. Yes, I'm having a great time. We're up to chapter 4. Alright, Gamel, wielding his brave maces. He's going to go here. The cur knocked out. And Gamel's in position. What I'd really like to do, ideally, is get to a position where I can just use my eagle, my falcons, to throw the this big guy into the wall. Yeah, okay, so I need to do 5 damage on this dice. The Warbear's not going to be able to help. So, it is our turn. We replenish all of our stuff. Yeah, the Huntress, I'm probably going to sub her out, so you can help me pick someone else to use, because she's not been my favourite. She's been just okay. She's done some great stuff, but she's also been very, very average. Could I have used that to take that down to 1 less damage? I think I could have. I'm going to do that and take that like so. A lot of things to remember. Okay, so Gamel, 1, 2, 3 to here. 4 to here, sorry. Then the Warbear, 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. So now the Warbear's in range to do his Feral Roar. So everyone's going to gain an Empower token. Or could move 2, but we don't need to move 2. So we'll take an Empower, an Empower, an Empower, and Gamel's going to have an Empowered token as well. So Gamel's now going to swing. He gains 2 redraws on his attack until he causes an enemy to lose any damage. So he's going to go black, red, yellow, and a white. So he might as well, because he's got 2 redraws, and he's using that Empower token. Come on, Gamel. Swing hard, my friend. Okay, so we're going to re-roll those two. I'll re-roll the red one first, see if I... Yep, and we'll re-roll the yellow. Okay, so we fall one short, so we're just going to do 1 damage. So we go down to 4. The priest will move, and then the priest will swing as well, I guess. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, do I want to try healing? At this point, I think I'm better off swinging. Yep. So we'll swing with the priest. 1, 2, 3. Use his empower token as well. Alright, red critical, very nice. That's 10, which means another critical. No, 12. Okay, so that dice goes down to 2. So I've got a 2 dice and a 1 dice. So if the Huntress uses her attack here, she could trigger his card, which would cause an attack on the Huntress. But let's see what she's got available to her. So we could swoop. Have to play a broken rib. That is awful. Send a falcon on you to the target. The falcon attacks the target. So we can't miss with that falcon card. If I was to bring this one, Hunter's Call, back into play. Yep, maybe we'll do that. Swoop. Battle Flame. I don't want her to do the wound because she might die. I don't have a lot of good cards there. If I swoop, brings these two to here, and then I could play that Whistling Arrow for 1, and that will... Yep. Alright, let's do this. So we're going to swoop. 1, 2. These cards come down to here. I get to target any enemy within range 5. Send a falcon on you to that enemy. So he's going to jump on his head. Then I'm going to make an attack. This attack can't miss, because the falcons never miss. It can critical though, which is a very simple thing. So we'll roll that critical. Sure. Boop. So this could destroy the dice. Boop. Do I want to destroy the dice? This cost 2. We're breaking a dice and we're trusting into the dice gods. Come on, Deno, you can do it, son. This is going to be a very risky option for us, because I have not once been able to get my hinder off. Okay, so this guy's going to play his cornered animal because we've smashed a dice, broken a location. And this goes straight on the Huntress. You're going to move 8 to the Huntress. And then it's going to attack her. Ooh. That's fine. Draw once and apply to all targets. Move 6 to the closest obstacle. That's fine. We're going to play this card as a defense card, which gives me 2. So all these come to here, including my clamp on, which is the card that I need. If I survive this attack, we win this turn. If I survive this attack. That is the key part. Please survive this attack, Deno. Come on, you great man. You can do it. This is a big attack, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows and 1 reds. I have no shield tokens. I have no ability to help. It just comes down to, do we survive this attack? Let's hope the red starts kind. The red does not start kind. 12. Our defense is only 4. We suffer 3 damage. Oh, that's awful. Can't do anything about it. Literally cannot do a thing about it. So there's nothing to be concerned about. It happened. The Huntress dies. So if I had survived that, I could have played this to battle flow this card into hand, and then I have 2 dice to do my clamp on, and the Falcon could just throw that guy into a wall and kill him, because he's got 1 dice left with 1 thing. So yeah, he's just going to do his next card, which is Take You Down With Me. Target the Oathsworn with the least health. Move 8 to the target. It's the Priest. Attack the target. Move 3 to the thing. So let's see if the Priest dies as well. That'd be bad. The Priest is a little more durable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but not a lot more durable. 2's a good start. 0, 3, 1. Yeah, okay, the Priest survives with 1 health. Excellent. Excellent. The Priest survives with 1 health, and then we just attack, and we just need to do 5 damage. I'm definitely going to roll the dice. But yeah, the Priest and the Warbear can both roll. The Warbear's got an empowered attack. I'll just do this. We'll give the Warbear a reroll. There's the 5. Done. Game over. Alright, that's a real shame. We get another injury on the Huntress. Boo! Yep, she subbed herself out. She subbed herself out. She said, that's enough for me. I've had enough. That's alright. Yeah, she's cool. She's actually cool. I'm probably poo-pooing her a bit more than I should, because she does cool stuff with these things, but she's just not tanking very well. But that's probably my fault. I didn't use this card once in this mission, and this is a really powerful card, I think. So if you've got 2 Falcons on them, you can re-roll, you can redraw might cards, which is potentially, yeah, hugely impactful. That's one of my favourite scenarios. They're really damaging. You have to be looking at the cards, thinking about which guys to attack. They're armor 5, which is quite high for this part of the game, but it actually makes sense because you're not targeting one single thing. You're targeting individuals, and when those individuals are removed, the efficacy of their attacks reduce quite dramatically, because they're rolling a red dice and a yellow dice normally. When you kill one, that becomes 2 yellows, but they're losing a red. So you go from rolling 5 reds and 5 yellows into 4 reds and 8 yellows, but the reds have a much higher ceiling. And then, yeah, it scales really well. It's just a cool fight. I dig it. It's the best one. It's a tiny spoiler. There is another fight against those guys later on in the campaign. Yes. Bravo. Please continue playing it. They reuse some of the fights, some of the models later on, which is a good thing. Epilogue. With the bloat flight. No, that's not the right epilogue. We don't need to read about that guy yet. We need to read this one. Bodies litter the village. There is something different about killing men, even men such as these. You take in the scene and realise it was not all bad. The new group of survivors are flush with rations, enough to get you to Verum. Now you just have to find it. As the journey resumes, you are walking at the head of a caravan when a cold metallic thrum echoes in your mind. Thrum, unmistakable now. It is the low plucking of the wire road. You track through the trees, quickening your pace with every step. The noise fades and you suddenly find yourself staring into the eyes of Samuel as he rests a hand on the wire road. Thrum, your dead battle brother, who you lost on the road to Bastogne, plucks it one last time and vanishes before your eyes. You do not know why you are seeing Samuel, but he just helped you find your way home. Guess what? I know why we're still seeing Samuel. I'm sure everyone can figure it out. given that we just killed the satyr. Or did we? Alright, so I'm gaining 10 iron, and then I gain 2 iron per civilian, which is 8 civilians, so 16, so I'm gaining 26 iron. That's so good. Nemesis is great. Nemesis is great. I encounter. We didn't get the extra unique item. It's another 2 knockouts. Another injury, all that stuff. What did I get? I got 26 iron. Okay, great. 68 gold. Seems fine. All right, we're gonna tag out the Huntress. I think the Kerr gets another run. The Kerr gets another run, but let's figure out what which character we're going to replace the Huntress with. Yes, so we're going to tally level, loot, and losses. I am very enthusiastic. So do you know the thing that's actually stopped me from playing this game for probably the last 4 years on the channel is that single rule where I said no unpainted models on my channel. And I've never been able to muster up the enthusiasm to paint those houses. They're good houses, by the way, good models. Because I thought to myself, well, it doesn't matter if you paint the houses or not. There's 30 other models you've got to paint in these mystery boxes, so you're not going to be able to do it. So I've never painted them, and I've never played it on the channel. So breaking that rule on Grim Coven, yep, it's a sad rule. It's a sad day, but it's also a great thing because it's freed me to be enthusiastic about whatever I want, and I'm happy. All right, tally level, loot, and losses. So we're going to go up to level 5. That's great. We unlock some level cards at level 5, including cool new things for the priest and the warbear. And then we also get loot. Okay, broken rib. I really should have loaded up the deck with curatives. I should have done it. It was so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have that scavenger rule, so we get an extra card. Have that. That's a really good point. I play with, as I've said many times, I'm sure people get bored, but I say stuff over and over because I don't know if people that are on the stream right now actually have a look at, I've actually heard stuff that I've said. So I played this campaign with my mate Koki. We got up to chapter 13 and it was fantastic. We had such a good time. But part of the reason we had a good time was because I haven't opened the boxes until we got to play. So we would find out what the monster was when I opened it. And my plan was, yeah, I'll paint it and then the next playthrough it'll be painted. Never did that. So from chapter 13 onwards, I do not know what any of the bosses are. I have not looked in any of the boss minis. Haven't looked at any of them. And I've had a lot of temptation to look at number 21, but I haven't. Okay. So we're gonna have to destroy some stuff. But we'll come back to that in a second. So we're gonna look at these, and then we have the level 4, we're getting 2 of these. I like to look at the ones that I didn't take, because if I didn't get a specific card, or if I've played them before, I'd like to try some different stuff, but we'll see what I get. Oh, tempered splint mail, that's good. Companion, move 2. Very nice. That's an extremely powerful ability for a non-companion. A longbow, I don't really need longbows unless I play an Adendri Ranger. It is range 5 though, which is excellent. A little hunting knife, free battle flow, good for the rogue. And a threadbare woolen garment. Don't really want that. What are these bad boys? A chain hook, that's sick. Yeah, it's a good. I think the rule is good. I think when you have painted models, every game that I've ever seen with painted models looks far more exciting and inspiring on the table. And anytime I walk past a table that's got painted models, I stop to have a look. So that's a good rule, I think, for my channel, because and also it's what I love doing in this hobby. I love painting and doing cool stuff. But it got to the point where it was impacting my enjoyment of doing stuff on the channel. Like I do this for fun. I make fuck all money. I think I make $10 a month. It's ridiculous. My girlfriend is like, "What are you doing? You're spending all your time doing this and you make $10 a month." I'm like, I don't do it because I'm trying to make money. I do it because I love playing games and I love getting enthusiastic about stuff, and it's awesome. Like, why not? So yeah, that rule of having no unpainted models on my channel was impacting me ever so slightly from enjoyment, and so that's why it's gone. A chain hook, which can be used by the cur, can also be used by the exile. Maybe we tab it in an exile. And what's this one? Oh, the Huntmaster's Pride. Leather armor. Add a black to an attack. What? That's sick. Okay, what ones didn't I get? I don't think I've looked at these. Shaman's thing. Very cool. Shaman's stick. Oh, the Shaman's stick's awesome. Or the Maiden's Spear. Cool. Happy with what we got. I'm confused by this. This says unarmed. I don't understand how that works. When you perform an unarmed attack, you may not use might from your weapons, though you may still draw as many white cards as you wish. In addition, you may not use any weapon abilities, although other item cards may still be used. All combat tokens may still be used normally. Yeah, somebody's going to need to explain to me how the heck that works. It says unarmed. It's an attack plus red unarmed. Does that mean you use the red? Range 3? No clue. So maybe, yeah. So when you spend this card for 3, you are doing an unarmed attack, which means you can only use that attack with a red dice, and it targets an enemy in a straight line and you drag them towards you. Okay, that works, I think. Alright, each of our friends must destroy an item. I think it is time to say goodbye to the spine. It was wonderful. We thank you for your wonderful efforts, spine. Over here, I'm definitely not losing that iron ring mail. The cool whip will probably keep, so I think whatever this one is going to get smashed. That's Gamel's hammer. Yeah, Gamel's hammer, out of here. 2 from this guy. Well, I want to keep the amber stones. The skewer is if you're attacking from an enemy's front, gain a yellow, 2 yellows from this attack. That would be great, but the rogue is all about attacking from the rear, so we're going to get rid of that. And then this spiked club is if you critical, add 1 damage and knock back 1 to the attack. I bought the amber stones just so I'd have something to trash, so let's just trash them. And then over here, the bow. And I've got some really good armor now, so that's good though. And it's usable by everyone, but this is great too, it's just a freebie. No, we'll keep that. Alright, so that's all of my losses. Levels. So we're going to get the extra cards now, the companion cards. We'll have a look at them, because they're cool. So this is the new card for the war bear. So she gets a toss. Nobody tosses a bear. You'll have to toss me. If the target loses all characters adjacent to you suffer knockback 2 in any direction you choose. All targets must travel in the same. That's so good. After an adjacent enemy draws damage, that's an interrupt. reduce that damage by 3. That's very, very cool. I think I'll have to read what that little symbol means. But then we've also got rend, so we can bleed on them. And the AoE attack is the same. So we don't have to discard Feral Roar. I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same, isn't it? Yep. So we have that option. We'll think about that. The Priesty Priest. He gets his level 5 card. So his is Pillar and Path. Yep, so it's an attack and you can gain shields. So yeah, you can play like a combat priest if you want. Don't recommend it really. Doesn't work all that well. Yep. And it's a move to attack. So yeah, that's fine. Lay on Hands is actually a better, it's just a straight level up on the Desperate Prayer. Where's Desperate Prayer here? So it's just a straight level up. You can now heal up to 4 and you get a free redraw and you can use 2 redraws in that ability. So it's just a straight thing. The difference is it's adjacent. So remove up to 3 adjacent minions from the board. They do not count. What? That's awesome. Transfiguration versus, yeah, okay. Interesting choices with those two. All right, let's do a vote on a character. So let's choose who's going to replace the Huntress. You can all vote. I'll do a poll. Here we go. So the options are for the characters that we can play. And these are just going to be ones that I'm interested in, that I have not yet played. So it sort of needs to be arranged. So we'll try a witch. Idiot. Which character should replace the Huntress? So yes, we'll go witch, or the witch, the harbinger, who haven't I played? Yeah, the Grove Maiden, or let's throw one in there that would be fun. Scar Tribe Exile. Cool, there's a poll for you all. Feel free to vote on who is going to replace the Huntress. All right, so we have to draw an injury card for the Cur. And the Cur gets shock. Okay, that's interesting. She has to draw one as well, which is a hemorrhage. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. And yeah, this is their little bits of information about them. You should probably be able to read that. Okay. And I'm going to start setting up for the next one. 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. I do like the Exile. coolest model? They're all cool. I can't say with any certainty what my favourite model is in this range. Alright. So those are common items. So we'll grab the common items deck. We need to grab out the unique 5s. Need to grab the 6s, the common 6s. I do. Oh no, I do not have him. Sorry, I don't have him painted. I think he's chapter 8 off the top of my head, so he's probably due pretty soon to paint. No, I haven't painted anything. You've pretty much seen the extent of my painted stuff now. The worm was 90% done. We just had to do the base, and then yeah, the Scar Tribes are undercoated. The next boss is not painted at all, and everything from there is unpainted. But I am tempted to move them over to the painting area now that I've played with them and finished them off, because yeah, it's a sick game. Alright, so that's the unique items for next chapter. The common items stay there and there. So we've only got 2 votes at the moment, which is 3 votes now, which is now a 3-way tie. That's okay, we'll keep it running for a bit. I don't need to make that decision now. So let's go to the priests setup. So the mesh is good. We lost both of those. Let's look at my stuff. Alright, so I've got heaps of gear, but I can't sell it. Alright, so I've got an iron chainmail, that's great. So I've got a backup replacement armour. The longsword can't be used by the cur. The tattered rawhide wrappings are a very bad option, but they're a backup. The acid cloth robe is a backup. The ironbark shield I cannot use at all, so I'm selling that. That's a great weapon, that's a great armour. You can move 2 with a little 1 animus. Great. Split leather brigandine, can use that on the cur. The rat fur tunic is a damage reduction piece though, which I like. Tan leather jerkin, battle flow card. Can't use that. Okay, so we're selling both of our shields. So I definitely am going to give the chain hook to the rogue along with the spiked club. And then, or do I give it the dagger? So the Harbinger's winning at the moment. Okay, the priest is going to get this sledgehammer. And that 2-handed longsword. Okay, yep, okay. Okay. So we're running short on viable weapons at the moment for our friends. Tempered splint mail, warbear, priest, blade, penitent, warden. Heavy cloth robe, aged cloth robe. Cool. Yes, so I can only keep a certain number of cards in the backpack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I have 2 shields in this. So the 2 shields are actually just getting dropped. I'm not getting to keep those. I should actually discard this heater shield because I think I bought that and I can't use it. So I should probably get some cash back, but cash does not seem to be our problem for now. All right. We'll give it another minute. Okay, so the bear has its iron mail and the whip. Was there any other weapons that I could use on the bear? The bear can't use that. I've got far too many armors, but I always worry about not having enough armor, which is silly. Okay, and now what was that rot there? The Huntmaster's Pride. You can add a black dice to an attack. Can be used by the cur to armor. Sure. I think that's better. So let's go this rat fur tunic here. Alright, we're ending the poll. It looks as though the Scar Tribe Exile has fallen short to the Avi Harbinger. It's good news because I prepared that earlier. Yeah, actually, no, yeah. Because I did think it was going to be the Harbinger. The Falcons. Alright. So the Harbinger is going to get some level 5 cards as well. But let's pack away the Huntress. Unfortunately, the Harbinger comes in with some damaged models. With some wounds, which is unfortunate for her. She's done nothing and she's been pillaged. So the upgrade pack came with these cloth bags, which are very nice indeed. Don't work all that well with sleeved cards, but it's okay. Huntress's cards here. I enjoyed her. I enjoyed her more than I probably look like. She did some good stuff. I'll miss being able to just pick up a guy and throw him into a wall to plink 1 damage. I will miss that. Alright, the Harbinger. So the Harbinger's cards can go here. As always, in case you're wondering, I have my my little card holders just off screen, and that makes everything a lot easier. Okay, so we are going to get a level 5, not a level 10, level 2, level 5, level 2, not a level 15, not a level 10. Alright, so that's the cards. Alright, so the 0 card, let's have a look. Always the same, pretty much on everyone. Battle Flow card, basic attack, no problems. We'll look at the level 3 cards. Actually, I'll just make sure I've got the level 2, level 5. Okay, so here are the level 3s. Deadeye Shot. After a non-adjacent enemy within 3, so it's an interrupt. Remove one of their might cards. Okay, non-adjacent. That's an exceptionally good card. I will be keeping that, for sure. Prophetic Fulfillment. Choose yourself a friendly character within range 3. Place a die on their player board showing their current health. When you play this card again, if the chosen character has less than that, they gain a health. Read the die and choose a character as before. Okay, so it's basically a healing card that you can use to heal people back up to their full. Raziel, I have, of course, ordered the Screaming God. It is absolutely coming my way. I don't know if I'll get it early or not. Sometimes they like me enough to send me early stuff. I don't know if that'll happen this time, but it would be cool if it did. Yeah. I'll do, obviously, some painting streams and stuff. It's going to be sick. It's going to be so good. It's going to be great. I'm ready for it right now. But, yeah. Oathsworn for the moment. Prescient Strike. Before this attack, predict whether it will hiss or emit before using redraw tokens. If you are correct and it hits, add 2 to the damage. If you are correct and it misses, gain a redraw. Before this attack, predict whether it misses or hit. Okay, cool. When a friendly character is within range 3, is about to lose health. Okay, so we can spread damage around. That's okay. I don't maybe need to use that. Wing Slam, target an adjacent character and draw 1 yellow. Okay, so we're flinging them with our wings. That's all right. For everything, I guess you should. Knock back the target a distance equal to the result. Okay, I love that. I love knockback. Backstab. Empowered 5. If this breaks a location, battle flight. Okay, great. Those are all good except for maybe 1 or 2. What do we got here? Foreshadowing. Friendly character within range 3 either gains a reroll or a shield, then draw the top 2 stage cards. Put them back on the stage deck in any order. Not bad. 4 armor. Jeepers, that's pretty cool. Any others? 4 armor? No, that's a very powerful armor card. Alright. Quill Throw. 5 Animus. It's a 2. Target up to 3 different enemies. Attack once and apply to all targets. Range 2. Before the attack, predict how much damage you will draw. If you are doing 2 of the correct answer, this costs -1. Okay, so it could be a 4 cost. That's cool. It's not thing. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait for Preacher. Is she coming in this wave as well? Preacher? If she is, that's great, because I need a new Wanderer in my life. Siphon Spirit. This is a 0 cost 3 interrupt. Okay, so we can just heal. Or it's a 3 move. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that, but probably not going to play that one much. Quickening, 4 cost, move 2. Ooh, that's a good card. That's only a 1. Yeah, that's great. That's a great card. All right. She's going to be fun. I need to get some better gear for her. We need to get some gear. So we're definitely going to use Quill Throw, and we're definitely going to use Quickening. So I'll discard these 2 for now. And so we have to discard a 1 and a 2. So Backstab, Wing Slam for a slam is pretty good. It's only 2 costs. That's how I feel. Yeah, so we're going to ditch 1 soul. I don't want that healing card. So it's either Backstab or Wing Slam or Quickening. So that is a move, someone else moves or battle flows, and then attack. That's such value right there. Wing Slam is just a knockback. It's a knockback, but it's only 2. So you can just knock back someone a yellow. That's powerful. It's an unarmed attack. It's a 2 armor. Backstab is if you're attacking from the target's rear, the attack is empowered 5, and you get a free battle flow. Alright, I think we'll get rid of the knockback. Hey, Fen. Yep, alright, so that's where we're at there. I don't love the... oh, we've got 9 and we've got 7 regen. That's cool. Can equip cloth armor, daggers, staves, and 2-handed pole arms. We need another pole arm. Maybe I should keep that spine and give it to him. I might do that. Let me have a look at that. Because I can trash this pig iron mesh. I've got a lot of armor. So trash the pig iron mesh and yeah, okay. This is looking better now. The Harbinger can use that. Very good, very good. Alright, so the mesh is destroyed. And we just put some iron chainmail on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so hunting knife. When you critical during an attack that hits battle flow 1 card. I like that better than the spiked club for the rogue. So that's chain hook and that. So my cur has now turned into a Scar Tribe because he's got the Huntmaster's Pride and the chain hook. That's cool. Yep, that's great. Gamel once again survives. We've got shock here. When we tally level loot and losses, do we get anything else? This thing, the companion cards, I'm pretty sure is it. Yeah, full cards, companion cards, 2 permanent tokens. So I just need to choose what the Harbinger's tokens have got and have a look. The Harbinger's already been picked and got a name. It's Harvey. That's genius from me. Alright, so we're going for an Empower token and a Defense token. That's really good. I like that a lot. The Warbear's got an Empower token. Stabby Stab has that, and the Priest is taking an Animus. Alright, I'm just going to mark the Eagle. The Huntress is dead. She's not dead. But we're never going to do on that. She's dead. Yep. I told my missus how much I spent on KDM. And, yeah. She just said, "You're very stupid." And I said, "Well, I disagree. It's been one of the absolute joys of my life, playing Kingdom Death. And I'm quite happy to, yeah, spend money on things that add joy to my life." I can't tell you how much I'm at now though. It'd be 6, 7 maybe. It's a lot. It's a lot. 6 or 7. Alright, so we might tap out the cur in the next fight, or maybe we'll switch over the cur to a companion and one of these guys can just have a rest. Alright, my priest has not been doing a lot of swinging, so I think we'll go with that card. The bear has been using that battle float, that feral roar, quite a lot for moving and the empower tokens. The AoE is great. That's the same, so it's that's just another type of attack. Don't really think I need that. The toss is nice. After an adjacent enemy draws damage. Alright, I'll have to read what that little symbol does. I'm pretty sure that means you don't have to spend an Animus to use that, but you can only use it once a round for the companion cards. I'll just make sure, yeah, pay no animus. Yeah, so that means you pay no animus to do that. So you can just drop that. So all characters adjacent to you suffer knockback 2 in any direction you choose. I don't think I've ever used that, so maybe I'll do that because we really need to survive a bit better. So I think we'll try for a little bit more tanking on the warbear rather than the empower on everyone else. Desperate prayer for the priest. All right, I think we're pretty much set up there, which is great. So that will do it for tonight's episode. I will be back tomorrow morning playing more Oathsworn into the Deepwood and having an absolutely wonderful time. You're welcome to join me then. At that point in time, we will be playing Chapter 5, which is a good chapter. I'd have to say I didn't enjoy this chapter quite as much as I enjoyed the chapter that we just did. Chapter 4 is my favourite. But yes, this guy. And what else? And then I've got another one. I've got another one. Tomorrow afternoon. So we're doing two games tomorrow. So 5 and 6 tomorrow. Bravo. I would suggest that solo is probably peak KDM, but I would also think that 2 is a very worthy number to play it at. Part of the challenge of Kingdom Death is that people die, and when you're playing 4 players, someone has then their character die and sits there for the whole night. That has happened to me. It is not a fun experience for that person. When I've played with other people, have just given them my character and told them to do that. So 3 is a good number. If you have like a joint character that everyone joins and uses together, and then if someone dies, that person takes over the last character. But 2's actually been my favourite. I've played 4 or 5 campaigns with 2 players, and they've just been great. You both control 2, and usually one of them will die. Sometimes 2 of your guys die. You give it to the thing, and it's great. And then, yeah, 2's just fun. 2's really, really good, and you get to laugh about the shit that happens. You know, I think I played a People of the Stars 2-player campaign with my mate Tobes. He'd only played the prologue before when I'd showed it to him, and we spent, just an amazing week getting through to chapter Lantern Year 14 or 15, and we had so many great moments. His character, we were playing with the Black Knight. His character, which was named after himself, was Tobes. He got involved in a jousting competition, and then he killed the other person that was in the jousting competition and was knighted Sir Tobes. And so then for the rest of the campaign, he's walking around as Sir Tobes. It was absolutely ridiculous, a straight up stitch up. But yeah, now I've just had to start calling him Sir Tobes. But we still laugh about that. We still laugh about Sir Tobes. So the reason I share that story is you don't need to necessarily herd a group of cats. 2 players is a really optimal way to play. So you might just need to try and rope in one guy. If you can rope in one guy, and I've always found that a bit easier than trying to get multiple people. Yes. Lots of people would like to have someone as passionate as me in their life, mate. I bring joy to everything. I'm just the Marie Kondo of board games. But yeah, and solo is great. I play solo, obviously, Fen. If you want to see what the game's like, just the core game. Are you playing a Gambler's Chest now, Fen? Have you started another one on the sim with Justin? It's just a good game. Like Play it however you can play it. My mate Koki, who I played, we did all of Gloomhaven. He's been great. He's the guy I played this with before he dislocated his shoulder and we stopped playing. But he and I played through a full Gloomhaven campaign together. It took us about 3 months, and to this day, it is probably my favourite board gaming experience. We had an awesome time. We went through the full Gloomhaven campaign. I think we played 50 chapters. It's awesome. It was so good. And it was kind of like my first big box board game. And we just played through the whole thing. It was just awesome. And yeah, he's never gotten into KDM actually. I've tried, but he didn't really like it, which is fine. I think he would like it more if he played it a little bit more. The prologue can feel just a little bit luck dependent sometimes. Anyway, I'm ranting a little bit, but I am having a good time with this game. It's really good, Gloomhaven, and the app version is great. I actually played my mate Whaley, who lives in Tasmania, which is actually further from me than probably most of your people in Europe are separate from each other. Australia is massive. We've played heaps of Spirit Island and heaps of Gloomhaven online. It's so good. I really love it. But yeah, finding friends to play board games with is a challenge. And when you have a dedicated group that you play with, such as my group that I'll be playing with tomorrow night, I think life's great. I watched this wonderful video a few years ago. I'm gibbering now, but yeah, it was a great video because it talked about social dynamics and what males in general, don't necessarily mean to specify only males, but to have good mental health, males should generally spend 2 nights a week with their friends doing stuff. That's like for good mental health. And if you said that to a lot of people, they'd probably go, well, that's ridiculous. You can't do that. That's outrageous. But why not? Like, why shouldn't we do that? So on a Tuesday night, I play with my board games group, and on a Wednesday night, I play touch football, and then some Saturday nights, I play board games with friends as well. I'm not a social person. I don't spend a lot of time out of my house in general. I get very drained by that. I'm quite introverted. But I look forward to those times. I laugh so much when I play board games with my friends on Tuesdays. We have the best group. Tomorrow, we're going to play Origin Story. They don't know that yet. But that's what we're playing tomorrow. It's going to be sick. Because it's a very, very good game. And we're going to play 5-player. And you can play 5-player. Trick taking. Sick. All right. That is the end of tonight's stream. I think we're all set up. I do just need to set up the board. Do I want to do that? That's cool. Do you do 3D prints of the terrain, Bravo, or do you make it yourself? I imagine a lot of stuff is 3D printed these days, hey? I'll set this board up while I'm talking. You don't need to see this. You can actually see it. You'll see it tomorrow. I have heard of Shadows of Brimstone, yes. I've looked into it a few times, but I've never been able to get a copy. So, I've never played it. It looks fine. It's that classification of Ameritrash, and I've just never really enjoyed games that are heavily dice reliant. He says as he plays a game that's all about rolling dice. But this one's not dice reliant. You know, you can use the cards if you want, and that works totally fine. But, yeah, I probably wouldn't mind it. Like that. No, like that. Yep. Have we got more peasants? We got more peasants in this one. These peasants are revolting. Okay. That's cool. More power to you. I love 3D printed stuff. Okay, pumpkin guy there. This guy here. 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 Lucky's gonna go here. This guy here. This guy here. 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 There's the tree. And then we'll grab out this boss. Oh, Tom, that's awesome. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? You only ordered that a little while back. Oh, that's right. You bought it from a dude on around there, didn't you? So that's good. Throw yourself into that game. It's really good. I played 6 or 7 games of that. It's my number 2 game last year. Awesome. What? No, I need number 6, and then what other box do I need? I need the diamonds. Oh no, I've pulled out the wrong box. I pulled out box 9. That's the wrong box. I need box 6. Good turnaround time, mate. We'll enjoy the heck out of that. And if you don't like it, don't blame me. You'll probably like it though. Am I missing a civilian? I've got 2 civilians that are somewhere. There's one. So, Bravo, you can go watch my top 10 solo games list of last year. You might find a few that you haven't heard of. Some really good ones in there, but Rome Fate of an Empire is great. It's a combination of Mage Knight and the Roman Empire. And it works really, really well. Possibly has the same problem with Mage Knight in that once you understand the flow of it, you can break it. Maybe. You can't ever really break Mage Knight, and you can't ever really break this, but there's usually things you can do to secure a win. Yes, don't tell anyone this is the next scenario we're playing. If you haven't seen this one, this is the next fight. One, two, three. And once again, we've got to save civilians. I'm tired of saving these civilians. Why can't some of these civilians save themselves? Yep, so that's in the right spot. So yeah, so this guy's actually here, this guy's here. That guy's there, yep. And then that last civilian where did I put them? Here. Goes here. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Yeah, what are these civilians doing? They're just absolute spuds. Just absolutely moronic. And why are you facing away from the giant flying thing, you idiots? Turn around. Okay. That's good. I remember what happens at the start of chapter 5 now. I'm really looking forward to playing this tomorrow morning. I can't wait. I almost want to keep playing now, but it is 9:30 and I would like to watch the next episode of Fallout, which I'm currently watching. I love being on holidays. It's the best. All right, well that's it for tonight's episode. So I will be back tomorrow morning playing the next episode of Oathsworn Into the Deepwood. And in the meantime, if you would like to catch up on any of my other things, you can find it on my YouTube channel, where I do all of my stuff. Yeah, I just rewatched episode season 1. I just finished watching it, so I'm about to start the new season now. Season 1 was excellent. It was really excellent. Great television, actually. Okay. I'll see you all tomorrow, or people that are here, or if not, have a fantastic rest of your week.